everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Steelers going up against the Lions.
All right.
With that, it's time to hook up with our
What is up, guys, and welcome back to Madden 18. My name is MrConviktion. Hope you guys are doing well. I am doing pretty well myself. Today we are doing the Madden 18 stream. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Today we're doing the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Detroit Lions. This game's going to be happening tonight, 8:30. It's going to be happening in Detroit. And as the Twitter poll showed me, even though technically I think it's still open, it shouldn't be. But it's still open. No, it's not. Okay, so you guys wanted me to play as the Pittsburgh Steelers. So here I am, as the Pittsburgh Steelers, Nisha's favorite team. I'll be putting in some work. I'm ready to put in some work. You guys ready to put in some work? I'm ready to put in some work. And also, you might hear, in the background, you might hear my, other screen. That is because the Eagles game is starting right now as well. I didn't realize that when I started streaming. So yeah, that's what's going on. If you hear any other talking in the background.
Here they come, led by Ben Roethlisberger. They beat the Bengals last week, Charles, for the second time this season. Roethlisberger, 224
Coach's
yards,
suggestion, we're going to be doing a lot of running because that's what the Steelers do. They run constantly.
Yeah, I don't know if I
so Le'Veon Bell going to get some good yardage today.
And you're proving that you still have
starting out strong. There it is.
It's going to come up again the rest of the season.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 30.
Doing pretty well so far. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. It is Sunday, so it's pretty much the end of the weekend. Which sucks, but you know. What you're going to do. There we go. I got the first.
We were talking just a couple weeks ago about the rust from missing preseason.
So yeah, like I said before, the Steelers are actually Nisha's favorite team. And she would be joining me right now, but she's ready. She's getting ready to go out with some friends of hers.
All they were thinking was,
she's in the kitchen right now.
Because man, he hit him with the shot and then finished it when he extended his arm.
Get out of me! Oh, they got me out of bounds.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We're gonna put in some work though today. Let me tell you.
Being called here early in the game, especially
let's take a shot down the field.
Because Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
Got
a lot of teams against good pass
got him. Look at that. I could have thrown to Brown though and got a touchdown. I just saw that.
Be marked down deep in Detroit territory.
Woo! That's right. That's what you do. You lull them into a false sense of security. Why did
when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was
you lull them into a false sense of security with all the runs, and they just throw it.
Throw it deep.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
I feel like
he was solid last
week,
over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. But they also
there it is. Look at that.
Into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's how you do it.
Le'Veon Bell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers
that's for you, Steelers fans. Le'Veon Bell putting in now work right now.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
All right, let's do it. Let's see how our defense is. That's going to be the selling factor right there. Oh, he's just going to take a knee. All right. I don't even have to run. Rain ain't even have to run.
From the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
What's the goal?
And you've got to think that they've got to become pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains.
Where am I going? There you go.
Excited about playing again.
I didn't realize
those things a little bit. I want to see how they come
out
and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Let's go with the Mike Blitz.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Where are you, Dupree? What? Dupree, okay.
Again, it's Abdullah.
He's another one. TJ Watt has been putting in some work this season. TJ Watt is a beast. Sucks what happened to his brother. But, you know, it sucks because, you know, Blackball the Great, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping by. You love the stream. Thank you so much. I love when people love the stream. That's what I like to hear.
First down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin,
oh, I missed.
Tell us where they rank.
Of course I missed them.
Right, I bet they're in the top 5 in the league. I'm 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Let's see.
Good playmakers on the
again, if you guys hear any talking in the background, it is because I have the Eagles game on as well.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A second down run for Abdullah.
There we go. Just keep him back. Just keep him back.
Forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that
end of the first. Doing pretty well.
Keep that in mind.
Do you like having the accelerator clock on? I hate it. You know, I think it all depends. I try to make the simulations more realistic while still making them entertaining. So I'll play on arcade mode, but I use accelerator clock pretty much because it tends to recreate kind of how the games go. Like the teams won't play that fast in real life, so it kind of helps that way. It is annoying though when like you just want to play. When I was younger, I hated the accelerator clock. I hated like when you could simulate stuff. I hated all that. I just wanted to keep playing and play constantly. The accelerator clock now, it kind of helps just keep things a little bit shorter. Like if you don't have as much time in the day. And again, it just simulates the game a little bit more realistic. Realistically, there we go. That's the word. But yeah, I think I think it's more your taste, your taste and how you like to play.
The touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meetings.
Oh, go! Oh, he's gonna break. Oh,
he's at the 50.
He could
30,
go
past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Wow, 88 yards.
Let's
put an 88-yard run on.
88 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
And I just watched my Eagles give up a really long throw. That sucks.
Partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, I can't believe I got away with that.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One play.
Yeah, it definitely, like the quarters definitely go by like way too fast sometimes. If you use accelerator clock, bump up the amount of time that you play on. So if you are using accelerator clock, but you still like the longer games, bump it up to like 10-minute quarters, because you'll get probably about like I don't know, you'll end up playing about 7 of those 8 minutes out of each quarter.
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive.
Yeah, just kind of like get away with it. And thank you. I'm honestly I'm surprised because I have the. Oh, catch the ball! I have the difficulty. I bumped it up because it just seemed like it was getting too crazy. Like I shouldn't be winning any games 47-0. You know, so I bumped it up to. It's like 1 step below like the hardest difficulty, and it's like ridiculous that you can break away. Like if you have a good running back, a team with a good running back, you can break away on some crazy runs. I want to do a Madden game today. Gotta find the game to pick. Trying to think of a good game. I mean, I always do the primetime games, so like you know the 8:30 game and stuff like that. You could pick a midday game. I mean the Eagles are playing now, so you know if I didn't just do primetime games, if I like only did my team's games, so if I only did Eagles games, I probably would just do it in like a franchise season.
You end up near the sideline.
Which I guess technically I could still do. I could do like the my player. It'd be pretty fun if I did like a my player game.
Take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup
the
on
food that she's making
now they'll need to
amazing
convert
right
here
now.
on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Oh, I missed it.
I thought I had it. Down yardage before being taken down in midfield. It's a gain of 4 here and gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
From the 50 at Stafford.
Oh.
He's going to leave this for his
He's holding,
back.
There we go.
And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
You guys do games that's going on in real life and you get a lot of substance abuse. That's awesome. I would do that, but then I end up missing the game and then I get upset.
It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there.
You know what?
I
don't know if you're interested in it. Dallas and Washington are doing a game. If you live on the East Coast at 4:25, that's going to be a pretty good game to simulate.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage,
yeah, Dallas and Washington will be a good game.
Changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
I feel like I'm blitzing too much. Like I'm blitzing way too much, but it's working kind of.
Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards down to the 13.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose that play, he can hurt you.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
Got him! Oh, fumble! Get it!
The football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Why did they blow that dead right away?
Take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers.
All right, let's look at Brown. Let's get Brown released.
And in this situation, you know the quarterback
unleash Brown today.
This is his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's awesome, man.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus-pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Dez Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength to create big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown.
So you do all different kinds of sports, Blackwell?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch.
Is it okay if I just call you Blackball?
Turn it loose, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, it's Bell. Just a couple on the pick up there, and now it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell.
There we go. Got the first.
He will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's see if I can get another score before halftime.
This season, this is an offense
because I'm greedy like that.
Football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short.
And WWE, I have WWE 2K18 for PlayStation 4. I just haven't done any videos on it.
I know the initial focus was on how
I'm not sure if people actually want to watch me play WWE 2K18.
Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining.
Let's get this field goal
so
real
they can
quick.
trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
There we go. And boom!
And Boswell's kick
there we go.
Is good. And that will do it for this first half.
All right, first half is done. We're going to go to the locker room for halftime. I'll see you afterwards.
Check in with Larry and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA halftime report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Lions are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Steelers have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Steelers with possession halfway through one. Bell's going to take off here, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Now early in the second quarter, as they take a 7-0 lead. Bell's able to get clear of everybody, and he ends up rushing in for his second touchdown.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we
I'm back.
Go in the second half.
Black ball, you'll be back. Hey, no problem. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I also just wrote it in chat, but you know what? I'll say it again, just because.
Both teams
Let's see how we do.
Ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
You know,
this is fielded a couple yards deep.
I got it.
And they'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution?
There we go.
Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, partner, I'm going to go off topic for a second here. Discussion we were having in the truck before the game about guys in the NFL this year, superstars that have had slow starts that maybe you're thinking, okay, they need to have a better second half of the season.
Yeah, and I think that some of them will. Amari Cooper comes to mind. Really rough beginning to this season, but he broke out against Kansas City in the Thursday night game. So I think that will continue. Ben Roethlisberger, we're just a couple weeks removed from him thinking, I'm not sure I have it anymore. Oh, yeah, he still has it. They've won 2 games since then. Des Bryant, he went off against San Francisco. Maybe San Francisco's the tonic that he needed to get him going. Jay Ajayi and Miami are winning. But how about Julio Jones and Matt Ryan?
You got the first. That sucks. You know, that's
trying to figure out how to get back to last year's explosiveness.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there.
Oh!
And Abdullah lost the football.
Get it!
But I believe a line was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it.
Damn it, I thought I had that one.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Abdullah on the counter.
You ain't getting the run going on me. You can't do it.
33. 1
You
yard
gotta just stay in the air.
And it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is
no,
on the screen.
Can't do it.
And he'll lose yardage here, going
Can't
down back at the 28. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up.
All right, let's do this.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set
Let's
up.
Get Antonio Brown unleashed. Unleashed, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown.
If you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up, they were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Oh, I hit the stiff arm. He didn't stiff arm.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession.
Let's get this run going
the
again.
Second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach.
Oh my God, how am I still?
Feels that way, and I think that they're going to make their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield.
It means I'm not allowed to do any
call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new
crazy
set
runs.
down.
That sucks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Working the clock. Working the clock. All right.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell.
Get off me! Get off me!
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. Into the end zone.
All right, how do I celebrate? I want to celebrate. I want to play hide and seek. I want to play hide and seek.
Bell with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
Like, I'm playing on All Pro right now. I think I want to have to switch to All Madden.
About it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is it?
Do you guys want me to switch to All Madden? I have it on All Pro. It's the 2nd highest difficulty in the game. And I'm still doing shit like this, where it's 24-0. I don't know.
Go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right?
Got him.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt.
Putting in that work.
And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, that's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen.
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's caught. Jones. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 11
my Eagles defense putting in some work right now. 0-7, 49 and 6-1 Eagles. No, I'm talking about a different football game while playing this football game.
No matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing.
Oh, he disappeared. Did you see that?
Back now
the man phase shifted. It was great.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Stafford gives to Abdullah.
That's right. The run ain't working. The run ain't gonna work.
2 yards on the
carry.
2nd down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, third. He's had nowhere to run.
Come here.
You're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding?
I'm playing as the Steelers and I'm winning 24-0.
Foremost, they do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Don't lie to me.
Going to be incomplete.
I said, don't lie to me.
Duel of the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game.
Food smells amazing.
Frank,
She don't say it doesn't taste too good. I don't
much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
Get all on this.
And he connects.
Wow, he held on to it.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it.
Got you.
Looking for Jones.
Woo! Run! Run that back.
It's the Pro Bowl.
Get on! Get on me, Stafford. No! Oh!
Take this all the way down
I tripped.
inside the 40.
I slipped a little bit.
Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception.
Yeah, let's do it.
What a terrific play.
It's first down. I'm going to get the first down. I'm going to get it right now. I'm not going to get it right now, but I'm going to get it in a second.
You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Did you get that first
down?
That's my drive goal?
All
right.
Again, it's Bell.
That was too fast for you.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Really? I've been like...
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is to be in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations.
There we go.
No matter what it is.
When in doubt,
go
to AB.
And that comes up in that meeting. Then you practice it. You've got to be happy to see it executed. Being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confident,
drive goal.
You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle.
Oh my God, the tackles. The tackles just don't work until it's like 4 in a row.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A screen to Bell.
Oh, he just stepped over. All right.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage.
All right, 2-minute warning.
That doesn't even
That's to finish it up.
real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat
go back
like
to
that
the
can
Steelers
occur.
shape, though.
His ability to catch the ball, be elusive,
Antonio
and
Brown
also
a
strong
touchdown.
enough to break tackles. That allows him to gain all
If I
that
can
extra
do this
yardage.
correctly.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Roll out.
Buying time to his left. And did he get the feet down?
Oh!
They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a
I thought I had that.
miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back.
Oh, Carson Wentz with the
definitely
halfback.
wants that one back. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one.
Let me see if I can get Le'Veon Bell a 4th touchdown.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation.
It's 4th and goal. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
End zone. That time he just didn't get there.
Got it that time.
And they
Woo!
going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
All right, their coach looked demonic as fuck. Just saying.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Boom! You gonna bring it out? You gonna bring it out? He brought it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25.
He's got to hold him for a minute and 13.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
It's not working.
Be honest.
Your screen's not working.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
Let's finish this up.
And never forget
I want Dupree to get us.
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Stafford now on second down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And it's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to fight his way forward.
That was the best run that they had so far. Let's make sure that does not happen again.
We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On second down, here's Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All right.
Now hold everything here.
I'm trying to keep him out of the end zone.
As they'll
it always seems like they don't want me to just not let them not score.
From the red zone.
Where was that?
Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's second down.
All right, let's keep the pressure on.
Windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
No! You're not running it. It's not happening.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Dupree, you calm the fuck down.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Oh! That's right.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Third and long.
Oh, fumble. Oh, there it is. Go. 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 Oh, 10, 9, 8. Step out of bounds right here. All right. I want to get Le'Veon Bell that rushing touchdown record. He's going to tie it if he gets one more rushing touchdown.
Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this is going to banner.
And there it is.
And he will get into the end zone.
Such an ass.
Another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter?
He literally just said this is
Madden.
Madden.
These guys playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
wow, this is meta as fuck. They're actually talking about people playing Madden.
Run it up.
That's crazy. They're actually talking about people playing Madden.
The 22-yard line. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One last throw here for Stafford.
Got it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Yeah.
Davis with a pick.
Woo! First shutout. First shutout, and I did it on stream. Wow. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We got them. We got the Steelers beating the Lions. I am not going to say that the Steelers are going to beat the Lions 38-0. I don't think that they're going to just shut them out like the Ravens did the Dolphins. That was ridiculous. But you know, I think that the Steelers will beat the Lions, to be honest. But I guess we will see. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come on back to see the next one, which will be the Monday's game. I don't know who's playing on Monday, so let me check that right quick, right chump. It's going to be Denver and Kansas City. So I'm going to check my Twitter out for that game coming up. It's Twitter. My Twitter handle is @MrConviktion. You can see it up in the top right of your screen as of right now. Make sure you hit that follow button, and I will be posting that poll pretty soon. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, I'm MrConviktion. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. What? I'm gonna watch the Eagles win later. Bye.